I will say though that it seems like Yang's not too happy over being the baby sister now. It's alright though, at least she can tease Weiss over being a bigger baby. I'm home everyone. Ruby announces cheerfully as she walks through the door, tossing aside her backpack and grinning at me. I grit my teeth, my cheeks no doubt ablaze as she sniffs the air. Phew. Yang, are you even trying to use the potty? She says teasingly, followed by a giggle as she pulls the bouncer up a little, ignoring me shaking my head no as she lets go, the squishy mess instantly being pressed against my skin once again, to my discomfort. HYI. Ruby, you left me here for 3 fucking hours while you were in class. How was I supposed to even try to use the bathroom? I cry out, the pacifier falling out of my mouth and by my dancing feet as I desperately try to hold still in the bouncer. Whatever, it looks like it was meant for Weiss anyways. In my house we used to have a rule, if you wet the bed 3 nights in a row, you become the little sister and have to spend at least a week starting over as a baby so you don't take your potty training for granted. It was almost always Ruby who this happened to. 5 times I think, but I only teased her over it a little. Meanwhile, the one time I had it happen before heading to Beacon University, it took me a full 2 months to merely get back into training panties. Ruby really didn't want to let the big sister role go. So even though we're in college now, with 3 accidents in a row she took charge immediately. That was a week and a half ago. Please hurry up and let me out of this. I need to get to class. I'll start getting absences. I plead shamefully to my little sister, who's grinning as she records me bouncing with her phone. She's definitely sending Nora another Snapchat right now. This situation is so fucked up. I'll get you out, and we'll see about that change depending on your behavior during your spanking. Remember, spanking's for every messy diaper. She says cheerfully as she lifts me up out of the bouncer by my armpits, holding my hand tight as she sets me on my feet. That's right, spankings. This is probably the longest I've been without one all week. At least she finally cut them down to only on messy diapers and at scheduled times. So I remember my new position in our sister dynamic, and try harder to use the potty. Thank God Blake and Weiss have been away for holidays. Though anytime now. As for classes, you don't have to worry about those for a while. Me and Piha managed to pull some strings after a lot of work, and starting tomorrow you'll be in the daycare while I'm in classes until you can prove you deserve your big girl panties back. She says as she sits down on the couch, pulling me over her knee. Ruby please, don't be ridiculous. I can't go to a fucking preschool. I cry out as my paddle, it's even got my name on it, rudely interrupts me, smacking my padded rear with a loud bang. It hurts so bad even though there's so much padding in the way. So fucking bad. To make matters worse, that disgusting mess is pressing against me more after that fuck. After both of those slaps. Bad baby sis, watch your language. Hair. I almost sound like a dominatrix. She says carefreely as she paddles me again on my already sore rear, the tears starting to well up in my eyes. No, I won't cry, goddammit. And it's not a preschool, it's a daycare. Preschool is the place for toddlers. You're just a little diaper messing baby Yang. I can hardly believe you're actually older than me. She says as she continues my torment, seemingly delighted by my cries and gasps and little jolts. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll have fun riding in the stroller each day, then getting to play all your little baby games with friends, and then, ooh, could you make big sis some cute finger paintings? She chatters on happily as she mindlessly assails my ass, finally pausing right before I was about to break into tears. I stopped counting. Well, you seem like you've had enough, she says, smiling as she sits me up, patting my sore bottom before giving me a hug. Yeah, what a big sister you are, with your face buried in my chest. Someone's a grumpy girl. I think it's nap time, then a change since you've been so difficult this evening, she says, struggling to stand up with me in her arms. There's no use arguing as she lays me down in my crib. Yes, my crib. She's laid out baby furniture and items everywhere, including the big yellow crib smack dab in the living room by the window. Ruby please just change me now. I'll be good all day tomorrow. I plead quietly as she lays me down gently on my back, smiling and patting my head. She gets my pacifier, a yellow one with straps attached to it, and easily slips it into my mouth, locking it in place. I'm not to make any noises except crying and snoring during nap time. There we go. What a precious little cutie you are. She coos as she strokes my face and gives me a kiss on the forehead, making sure a few of my stuffed animals are within reach. She suddenly pauses and grins as I hug my stuffed frog, looking down there. Yang, you're already going again. She cries out in thinly veiled joy as I suddenly feel a warm stream mixing in with the mess in my diaper and getting soaked up. Sure enough, when I look down, my diaper has swollen even further than before. My legs spread wide. The wetness indicators faded. Great. How the hell am I getting out of diapers before Blake's back like this? Source picture was piece of soap's mid-nah picture.